Hi guys, I'm gonna do video handheld, so excuse the uh, unsteadiness of my hand, but I got a new baby. It's under here. It's not a box opening because I went and picked him up locally. I met the seller and just purchased him right there. He came with just the clothes he was wearing, which he doesn't have on now, but and he came with a blanket. He came with his COA and a pacifier. So I am just going to show him. I'm curious to see if anybody else will know who he is by his limbs. Don't know that I would. I don't think this is a super popular kit, but he was a good price. He's a sold out limited edition kit. And I do like how his limbs and stuff are shaped. So here's his little tootsies. This is my favorite foot of his because it's all the toes are separate, every single toe. I think that's really cute. So that one's cute. And then I have this foot that has all of them hooked together and curved. He's painted decently. Here's his one little hand, completely closed with his little thumb tucked in. He does not have any gloss on his nails or his lips yet. He didn't come with any. And I just revarnished him today because he felt really smooth on his head and he was shiny. And I don't have any satin gloss here right now. So when I get that, I will finish that part of him. Here's the hand that might tell. This little open hand, completely open. Little fingers out. Thumb tucked away. See, he's painted pretty good. Now his head is a little different looking than his limbs, painting wise. So here he is. He's newborn red. He's got those little wrinkles in his head, has creases, I guess, in his forehead. He's got lashes. He's kind of got his, it looks like his cheeks are kind of puffy. He's pouting. He's got painted hair. Let's see if you can, come on phone, focus. It does not want to. Yeah, that's not too bad. His hair is pretty plain, I guess. I mean, it's just basic painted hair. And see how you can see a little shine there? I put 2 coats of Ultra Matte on there. And I use the mixture that has cornstarch, a little cornstarch in it as well to make it even extra matte, and it gives it just a little bit of texture. And it's still a little shiny. He came that way. The rest of him felt like it was matted, but his hair felt really smooth, like it was not. And so I just revarnished everything so it all matched and kind of felt the same. So his head was shiny and really smooth, and it's still smoother and shinier than the rest of him. The rest of him doesn't have as much shine at all, but I don't know. There's his little ears. The one thing, I don't think his ears are painted all that well. I think the insides need to have some detail. There's just a few like little picky things that I noticed, like back here. It's almost like discolored back here. Like it's, I don't know if it's his paint hair or pencil hair. But if it's pencil, it can smear onto the vinyl when you are bouncing it with the cosmetic sponge. If it's painted, if it's penciled, yeah, see it back there? It can smear. So to me, that's kind of what it looks like it did, but I don't know if this hair was penciled or painted. It could have been both. I don't know. The artist is called Worth the Wait Nursery. I do see them on Facebook a lot. I did not buy it from the artist, but I was able to I actually found him just doing a search on his kit on Facebook, and found the owner before the lady I got him from. I found the owner before that, and then I found the actual artist, because he didn't come with any artist paperwork, just his COA. But I could tell it was him because of this hairline is kind of distinctive here. So I knew it was him. And she did say in her artist post something about repainting his face, like stripping and repainting his face. So I don't know if that's why he's a little different colored. I mean, it's not big, see? It just is a little different. In person, it just looks a little different to me. Part of it, I think, is because of some of the smearing, which is mostly on the back of his head. But that's what it looks like to me. So I took him all apart today and revarnished him. His head was weighted really heavy, so I took the weighting out of his head to redo that. And I also put him on a smaller body. The body he was on was chunky, and it looked long. I think his legs are pretty short. So I don't think the longer body looked quite right. I'll lift it up a little higher. This, to me, suits him a little bit better. It just looked like it was oversized. It looked a little long for his limbs. His limbs are kind of short. I do like that his legs are really curled and they're like really tucked up. I like that. And his arms just naturally go like that. It's hard to pose them. They don't want to stay like at his side, or, I mean, they'll go a little bit, but it's hard to get him to pose well. And I do think I may have overstuffed him a little. I do like him fairly firm, but I think, let me lift him up here. I mean, he does have a little bit of drape, but I think he may benefit from just a little bit less stuffing in his body. But I'm going to leave him as is for now and see how he feels. I don't have hardly any boy clothes left because I haven't had a boy in my collection for a really long time. But I did have this little outfit and another couple outfits. So he can wear that for now. He doesn't have a name yet. Excuse me. It's just, I've never purchased this kit before because I was unsure of his little face. It's not my favorite face. Excuse me. But, like I said, he was a good price. He seemed to be painted pretty well, so I wouldn't call him high-end painted, but he is decent. Especially, I think, once I get him glossed, I think he will look better. And I trimmed his lashes. They were just too long, I think. I mean, they are rooted nice. They're, like, sparsely rooted. Pretty even. But they were just kind of long. I don't think the length was working for him. So I think he looks better like this. And I think he'll look better when I finish the satin varnish. I gave all my supplies to my daughter, so she has the paintbrushes and the varnish. I did keep the matte, but I didn't keep any satin. So anyways, I do like the shape of his body, his limbs. I really like this foot. It's really cute with all of them open. None are attached, which is pretty unusual, I think. But the kit is Azie. Did I say that? I don't even know if I said that. Azie by Priscilla Lopez. I think he was limited to like 2,000 maybe. I think it was 2,000 kits. And he is, I don't know, his COA is like 1,000 something. So anyways, he's cute. But I'm going to hold him tonight since I switched up his body and see how he feels. See if I need to let out any stuffing. I haven't tried him as a girl because I think the name Ozzie, it's O-S-S-I-E, I think is a boy. I assume it's Ozzie, but I don't know. But I do think he looks like a boy. I think makes a good little boy. And then the other thing I wanted to show, well, first of all, I got this really fun outfit at Marshall's this weekend. Isn't that cute? Little strawberry shortcake. And it's a sleeper, but it only snaps down here in the legs, so there's no, zipper or anything in the middle of the strawberry. And it's a newborn size, and there's not a whole lot of those that are actual newborn size. Though I do think it's a little on the big side, because if I were to put it on him, it would be a little bit big, but See, if I put the pink, I just don't think he makes that good of a girl. I think he's a boy. So, anyways, I'm going to set him aside and bring out this one. So, this little girl, I'm going to take her hat off. Let me get that off. You can see her pretty hair. Here we go. This is Odessa. She's also sold out limited edition by Laura Lee Eagles. She's little. I'm going to compare their size here when I'm done showing her. Let me see her feet. Her little tootsies. Now see, she's got some separated, but these last three are together, and this is separate, and this is separate. I think that's more typical, and then these are separate, and then these are all together. She's got a cute little cry face. She has got a tongue in there, which is really cute. See your little tongue? Isn't that adorable? She's got pretty painted hair. There's her hair. She was painted by, not Bonnie Brown, Randy Perry. This is actually my daughter's doll. I purchased a Gracie May from Randy Perry, and shortly after my daughter purchased this Odessa, right from Randy, and she was talking about selling her, and I said, well, don't sell her until I can pay you for her, until I have money to pay you, because I would really be sad, I think, if she sold her, because she's really cute, and I think she's a cute sculpt. So she suggested that we trade, just temporarily, just to play with a new doll. So I traded my Gracie May, and she now has her, and I have Odessa. And like I said, it's not permanent. We can trade back whenever either of us, decides that we want to get our babies back. But just for a while, it's fun to get a new sculpt to play with, So we did that last week. So I've had her for a few days. And then on the weekend, I unexpectedly got Azie. I was not looking for a new doll at all, but I came across him by the lady that I knew was local, because I've purchased from her before. And she was able to meet me that day, and she went down a little bit more on her price, since we didn't have to do PayPal, we didn't have to do shipping, since I just paid her cash right to her directly, so saved us both some money. I just had to drive to meet her, and I got Azie here, but this is mine temporarily until and if I decide to purchase her, and if my daughter decides to sell her. I am not looking to sell Gracie May at the moment, but I do think it's fun to get a new doll. So, even if it's temporary. I would not trade with, I guess we traded. I wouldn't do that kind of a trade with just anybody. But, since it's my daughter, that's a little different. I wouldn't trust anybody with, most people anyways, with my babies. I'm going to stand up here. Okay, let's see. I'm going to work my way over. There we go. Ouch. Kick the bed. Okay, let's see here. Let me try to get them lined up. Now I know that Odessa is listed as an 18-inch doll, and I think he's 19. Let me see if I can get one of her feet out at least, so we can see where she ends. Hold on. Okay, her cute little feet. Whoops, sorry. Almost dropped it. Let's see if I can get him straightened down a little. They're about the same right now. Yep. So they're both fairly curled little legs. So if they were straightened, I think they'd probably be about the same size. Now, his head is bigger. Can we see? Yeah, his head is bigger. And his arms, they feel a little chunkier. But I think they're similar size. Let me see his hands. Yeah, he does have a little thicker fingers. She's a little bit more dainty. but she's a girl, I guess. So, let me see their feet. It's hard to do with one hand. Yeah, I'll have to hold him up, but I do think his feet are a little bigger too. He just seems to have really short limbs. So, anyways, sorry about the camera. That's all I wanted to come on and do. Show my new doll that is all mine, and then my new doll that is temporary. And, oh, her name's Abigail. My daughter named her Abigail. So, I am going to call her that too. But, she's sweet. So you can tell there's a different style of painting, but they actually look fairly similar. Randy's babies just have a little bit more red to them, a little less bluish purplish, I guess. But their hands, she's just a bit redder, a little pinker. Pinker, I guess, would be the better word. Maybe she's got a little more pink to her style of painting. But anyways, that's all I wanted to come on here and say. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.